All right, so what I'll be doing is I'll be kind of doing a hybrid of a casual playthrough, and I'll be stopping in between worlds, to give out some insights on the players, and it'll be going chronologically, so one group at a time. Um, and most of my notes are based on personal impressions I've had, information that in some cases they was given to me, and also past tournament performances. The main tournaments I didn't really delve into the challenge cup as much, and SG Live was referenced, but more as kind of a reference point in a few cases, with a couple of players, generally newer ones. And again, it's all designed to be informative. I don't think in my case I'm giving away exactly any secrets here. It's randomizer, rando gonna rando, and it's designed, to be positive and entertaining and informative. So especially with, like, the newer players, I don't want them to give the impression they have no chance. The rando has created some surprising results over the years, and who knows what'll happen in 22. I mean, the one impressive thing we've had to date in this randomizer tournament is in the four tournaments we've had four different winners. I would not be surprised if we ended up with a fifth unique champion in 2022. I think there are several who could seriously make a run here and surprise everybody. So why not have a new champion? So I'll get started here with the first world, and after World 1, I will highlight our contestants of Group A. So hope you enjoy this tournament preview with Mario 3 randomizer action. It's an interesting world design. Okay. Always a hoot to get this set up. It's a guaranteed minute you're never getting of your life you're never getting back. Well, of course, I picked the wrong pipe. I picked the wrong fort. Hey, Dust, how's it going? You're just in time. I haven't done Group A projections or an overview yet, so you get to hear about you. Unless you don't want to hear about you. Soon enough, Dust, after this world is over, I'll be taking a couple of minutes to go over Group A. Don't worry, Dust, you and I will both share in that suffering. Yeah, that's true. Homer J Smash, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let me turn my alert on. Yes, I did not. Alright. This. Alright, so Group A, and you know, who better, I suppose, to start with, you know, and also it just so happens to be the first name on the board, but Mitch Flower Power. We all know who he is, you know, arguably the best Mario 3 player in the world, the 2020 champion, runner-up in 2018 and 2019, and finished third in 2021, you know. He knows the game better than everybody, and he's gonna be formidable, you know, even if he is out of practice, it doesn't really matter. He's very hard to beat. Only a handful have actually defeated him in a tournament match. So, you know, his reputation precedes him, and I fully expect he's going to be a favorite in the field once again in 2022. And you know, it's a well-deserved reputation. So, move on to the second contestant of Group A, Dust Minion. This is second appearance in the tournament, made the brackets in 2020, and recently broke sub 30. So GG's to Dust Minion for finally, you know, getting his white whale, so to speak, and clocking a sub 30 in a seed. Particularly in flags where that the sub 30s are a little harder to come by because of the way the logic works. You know, has improved quite a bit over the last couple of years, and I think the question with Dust is how much has he improved and how far can he go? And I think the matches with Mitch in Group A will be a good bellwether, as well as the other players in the field. As far as that goes. So third up, Magoo is adorable. This is, I believe, his third tournament. Made the brackets in 2020. Has had a history of drawing tough groups. And you know, this year is no exception. This will be a Group A is tough, top to bottom, and Magoo is capable of pulling out some tough wins, and I think will be a good test for him to see you know, if he can make strides here in 22 and maybe get back into the bracket stages. And finally, we have Jay Coper, who is one of the few who has actually appeared at every major tournament to date. This is our fifth, and he's been a presence in all five now. He made the brackets in 2019, and has been known to pull off a couple of an upset once in a while. And obviously better known for ZR1 and A Link to the Past Rando, but so not a lot could be, I think, transferred from a gameplay perspective, but certainly he knows randomizers, he knows how they work, he knows the logic, and his prolific tournament experience means he's not going to get rattled very easily. He knows how to be prepared mentally for this kind of situation. So it's going to be tough, but Jay Coper has played has generally played his opponents tough, and including Mitch, who he almost pulled an upset on in his best of 3 match in 2019 in the brackets. So it's certainly not impossible, and I expect I don't think anybody's going to go winless in Group A. If I were to make a guess, I would say Mitch and Dust are favored, but as far as those 2 wild card spots, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see how those play out. So that's the Group A analysis, such as it is. So coming up in the next world, we have Group B, which has some familiar names and some new names in the field. So after World 2, we'll be stopping for some more overview on Group B. Hope you found that enjoyable and informative as far as Group A goes. Oh, he did? Funny. Did it again. Might have to reassess my approach on that spot. Actually, I might have to just play both of them because they're right there. Well, now it's moot. I have to. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Subpixel again. One of those 50-50s where, you know, you'll live and die by your choice every single time. You play 6-9, 6-10, well, whatever you end up playing, you know, you get that choice, you know. Sometimes you just gotta run with it. Unless you get something really terrible. I don't even remember what I... That was a whole lot of nothing. I mean, the P-Wing's nice, but, just a little short. Yeah. It is helpful to have, like, you know, a minute to yourself, like, okay, this is what I need to do. Alright, so, the Group B overview for the 2022 Mario 3 Randomizer Tournament. And we lead off with our defending champion, the Haxor. You know, he has a group of some unknowns and unknown variables this year. We have two brand new faces in the field, so we'll see how that affects them and how good they end up doing. But as far as the Haxor goes, you know, he went from missing the cut in 2019 to fourth place in 2020, and now he rocketed to victory in last year's tournament and pretty much dominated the field. It was probably the most dominant bracket run we've had to date. I think he only lost one match in 2021 brackets, and really just ran roughshod over the field, including a 3-game sweep to finish it off against Teeks. So, you know, I guess the question with him is, can he carry that momentum? And I know he's been working hard on Warpless and what have you. We'll see if he can carry that momentum and maybe be our first two-time champion. It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. We have Scarface Nico. This is his second appearance in the Rando tournament. Made the brackets last year and made it to the quarterfinals last year, which is a very good debut for anybody. He had the big upset over DLP, and has played very, very well. I know in the Warpless tournament this year as well. It'd be interesting to see. He had the quarterfinals last year. Can he take that next step forward? There are several players, and we'll get to them throughout, who have come close, but not quite close enough. And is this their time? Is this their opportunity to take that next step forward? Scarface Nico is definitely one of those players, so it'll be interesting to see how he does in 22. Now, as far as our two newcomers, Haxaplax and Drycan, I hope I said those right, both are completely new faces. From everything I could find, no speedrun data on Mario 3 or anything that I could hang my hat on. Drycan has done A Link to the Past rando, but Haxaplax is a blank slate. So it is interesting to see how they fare against each other and against their veteran competition. We'll see how much practice they put in and what progress and strides they make. Again, usually we get one or two people every year who really kind of come out of nowhere and surprise everybody. So I don't know if either of these two will be those people or if it'll be something else. But it'll be interesting to see. Hax and Nico are rightly favored to move on to the brackets because of their history, but we've had unexpected events, so I hasten to say it's a lock. I hesitate to say it's a lock at this point. So next up we have Group C. I'm sure that'll be an interesting one. So on to World 3. This is a nice Jet World 2. Get that preview sooner than we thought. Well, there you go, Dust. You didn't expect to make brackets, and look what happened. What? I disagree with that. I remember you, Dust, giving me a hell of a fight in your brackets match against me. And it was, especially that first match, it was very close. Could have definitely swung the other way. Right. Yeah, I know I mentioned it after Group A for sure. Possibility we could have a wild card out of that group. Okay, so we now have the Group C match lineup here. We lead off with Macobra 52, our 2019 champion and two-time SG Live champion. Obviously, again, like Mitch, needs no introduction in this community and is definite contender to make another deep run here. And I'm sure hoping for a better result than last year when he was defeated by Mitch in the quarterfinals. Obviously been working hard on Warpless in the analysis tournament now, making the switch back to Rando, but for Macobra that shouldn't be an issue, and should definitely be primed and well positioned, I think, for another deep run. Definitely going to be a very good performance, I am sure. In this group, we have some veterans and a newcomer, so it'll be an interesting mix for Macobra, leading off with Leslie Pro 04, another player who has made an appearance in all of the main tournaments to date. This is obviously number 5. Made the brackets in 2018 and 19. Has drawn some pretty tough groups. I think he's played me. I think he and I have squared off twice in group play. So he's had some tough groups for sure. And but as we've seen over the years in the weeklies, he's capable of pulling off some brilliant play. If he gets everything to align, he could be a tough out. So I expect he'll be ready and raring to go here for the 5th time out. Great member of the community and also a very good Z1R and A Link to the Past rando player as well. Next we have JLo7. This is his 4th appearance. The main thing for JLo is he's looking for his first win. I checked the records. He is yet to win a single match in the tournament. So perhaps this is the year for him. Obviously a very versatile rando player like Leslie, knows, and Jay Coper knows randos really well. And, so that'll help him, deal with any, potential surprises that may come up. And I don't think he'll be rattled by them. So perhaps, again, maybe this is the year he breaks through and gets a win, and we'll see how far he can take it from there. And finally, we have Budsy RNG. This is Budsy's debut and is a newcomer to the rando, but has shown to be a good vanilla player. So it's really gonna be dependent on how his knowledge and his practice in rando translates, and can he get those times down to the point where he can score a couple of wins and maybe make some noise here. It's really going to come down to that, I think, for Budsy, considering he had a good showing in the Warpless tournament. Now let's see how he does in the group play here in his debut. So moving on to Group D, which is headed up by some guy. I don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's of minor importance. So I'm going to take a quick break. I need to check on something. I'll be back for World 4, and we'll get on to Group D. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Ew. Now this is where hammers breaking locks would come in handy. I remembered as much as I ended up remembering. I totally planned that, by the way. Vix Rider, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, so on to the Group D preview, and I guess, well, we'll start with me. I am, I guess, as it were, the defending SG Live champion, and finished fourth in 2021 and one of a handful to have made the brackets every single year. This is definitely the toughest group I have been in. With Classic right there, and two Mario 3 veterans also in the field. I'll be interested to see how this weekend goes with Craig and Classic. Could be a very it'll be very telling to see how those results turn out and how it'll affect my standing. We'll see. I'm very interested. I'm hopeful to make the brackets again. I think I certainly can. But it's not going to be a walk. It's not going to be a walkover. Not by a long shot. And that's largely thanks to Classic, who was our last entrant in the tournament. Being in my group, and his reputation is well earned. Finished third in 2018, runner up in 2019, made the brackets in 2020. He's well known for making high risk plays and clips, and often getting them first try. So he's the kind of player who is gonna push it to the limit and is going to be very hard to beat. I know I don't think he's played as much at the randomizer of late, but he's still that's not going to make this any less daunting for anybody who plays him, not just me, but the others in the group as well. He's going to be very tough, and I would not be surprised if he makes another deep run here. Next is Craig SB3. This is his second appearance in the Rando. He's generally known more for the vanilla than the Rando, but I think he's going to see if he can do better this year. He had a tough group last year, and again tough group this year. But he is a good competitor, and I don't expect he's going to be easy to beat at all. I think he's going to be very tough. And finally, we have Sharky 2107, another person who's been in every major tournament to date. He's better known for Zelda Rando overall, but he's played generally decently in the tournaments today. He's had some hard luck losses for sure. He's had some definite bad beats here and there. See if he can sort of take, I guess, that next step forward, and maybe he gets to the brackets for the first time. I mean, why not? There's no reason he can't. It's going to be hard, but if he keeps at it, I think he could really make a couple of major steps forward here. So next is Group E. Let's get to that. I'm the arch enemy, huh? Dust, I'm flattered. Well, I'm sure your time will soon come. Well, so much for that idea. Got a cloud out of the deal. I have to play this regardless, so... Regardless of how the pipes play out, I have to play this. Dude. Well, that clarifies the picture. Now we get to that South Central Island. Yep. Group E for evil. Well, you're not exactly wrong there, Macobra. Theoretically, the seed should be beatable. I really hope so. Well, actually, it's appropriate we get the Bowser message here for Group E, and like the World Cup, there is always a group of death, and Group E most certainly qualifies as that. This is not the group you want to be in, I don't think, but what's a shame is we might only get 2 people out of this. Wild cards be damned, but we lead off with Teeks. This is his 3rd appearance, and he is the 2021 runner-up in both the main and SG Live. So, you know, and he won the 2022 Warpless tournament, so I'm sure he'll be looking to add another trophy to his belt here. And, you know, he's very, very good at both Rando and the Rando and Vanilla, so I fully expect he's going to be well positioned for another potentially deep run here. Yeah, he's going to be very tough. Next is Johnny Link. This is also his 3rd appearance in the tourney. Made the brackets last year. He's really improved his play, and his time in the weekly on Saturday, I think, pretty well sums it up. He's really improved his play. And is a dark horse, I think, for a deep run here if he gets out of this group. He's really improved his play overall. So I'm very interested to see how he performs here. And one of the people who will probably be will definitely be a formidable opponent is Tapatio J. Another one of the few who has made the brackets every single year. He's very good. He's a very good rando player. He doesn't make very many mistakes or in routing or performance, so you really have to be on your game to get past him. And he has good instincts. He seems to know when to make the right plays most of the time, and that's the kind of thing you really have to. You really have to be careful about, because you give him a little bit, he's going to get you. He's made the quarters 3 times, but has yet to break through. And as it is with Johnny, if he gets in there and he gets a good draw, it would not surprise me if this is the year he finally gets through past the quarters and into the semis. I think this will be very interesting. And finally, we have Demon Battler also making a 3rd appearance in the tournament. It's tempting to say, well, he's the other guy, and that's not entirely untrue, but he, in his previous 2 appearances, he put up a good fight in 2019 and 2021. He fell short, particularly in 19. I think he missed by a game to make the brackets. So, I wouldn't put it past Demon to, maybe pull off an upset here. I definitely do not think he's going 0-6. I think, he is definitely going to be giving people some headaches in these matches, especially, if we get into a grinding seed, anything can and will happen. So I definitely think it's going to be a very interesting group of death, as it were. So, but there was a runner-up for group F for group of death. This next one, I think, could make a pretty decent case for it as well. Group F coming up in a little bit. I think it's the same card. That was worth a shot. Fixate with all giant enemies. Nice. Ah. right, so we move on to Group F, which is, I don't think overall as tough as Group B, but it's I think a close second, and for many reasons, starting with the first name on our list, DLP 316. This is DLP's fourth appearance in the tournament, made the brackets in 2020 and 2021. Had some tough losses in SG Live and the main tourney last year, and I'm sure is anxious and eager to get back out there and pull off a deep run. And certainly based on the performances I've seen, it's absolutely possible. Definitely a good chance here, I think, to really make a deep run here in 2022. Certainly capable of pulling off great times and great performances. And definitely it's going to be a very tough out for anybody who plays him in group play or the brackets. Next, we have the Bagler 5. This is Bagler's second appearance. Made the brackets last year. And Bagler's been making headlines because of his rapid improvement in Warpless. He finished runner-up to the Teaks in the Warpless tournament. So he's got some momentum going there, like Teaks, for similar reasons. Can he use those improvements that he made in Vanilla and translate them into a deep run here in Rando? Because Rando, not all the same rules apply, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does here, especially in a tough group. I think anything is possible as far as record goes. We have True Hyper Mario also making a second appearance and also made the brackets last year. Again, like Bagler, very good debut, and we'll be looking to build on that momentum in 2022 and make a second straight appearance. This is a tough group. He finished 4-2 last year in a tough group, but this is going to be a tough fight for him. See how he does in this group. And finally, we have Wake 911. This is Wake's debut. This is a trial by fire for any newcomer. In tournament play and Mario 3 Rando play. So we'll see how Wake does. Could be a washout, or could surprise people. I'm not really sure. This first match, I think, is going to be very telling as far as how the rest of group play goes for Wake. So I'll be interested to see how it shakes out. Move on next to Group G. As a mix of veterans and newcomers overall to the tournament, though not all of those newcomers are unknown to the community. I'm just getting hit by everything now. Ooh, I almost short hop that jump. Ooh. Fire Nipper. That's cute. Oh. Shit, that's why you're pretty cute. Right, so we have Group G now, leading off with Stewie Cartman, second appearance in the Rando tourney, made the brackets in 2021. He was defeated in the quarterfinals. Very well known and respected in the vanilla community. Has put up some terrific times in all the categories, particularly Warpless and Hundo. He's relatively kind of a newcomer as far as the Rando is concerned, but he's definitely proved his skills translate very well and his knowledge translates very well. Made the, I think it was the third place finisher, if I recall correctly, in the SG Live tournament last year. So definitely going to be another player who could go quite far if everything aligns well for him. Next is Europsilis, third appearance in the tournament, made the brackets last year, has like Johnny and a couple others made incremental improvements, and this year could be the breakout where again a pretty deep bracket run if everything goes well. And he had a good showing in the Warpless tournament as well. So I expect he's going to be a formidable player in the tournament this year. Now we have two newcomers, although Sharchit is by no means a newcomer. If you've listened to commentary over the past couple of years in the community for the weeklies and for the tournament, I know she has a reputation for her seeds, as it were, drawing some rather nasty poison for us to deal with. She's delivered good times in Warpless and 100% Hundo and Vanilla, and I'm sure just based on her experience and seeing everything and playing, she will be a factor. Although, as she pointed out in her note to me, this is all provided, of course, her mortal enemy Boss Bass does not cause problems. So we shall see. And lastly, we have Tracefire, Also making a debut. Has been a presence in the A Link to the Past randomizer, but as far as SMB3 is an unknown quantity. Should be some good competition to test their mettle against in their debut. So I'll be interested to see how it all shakes out. And I'd say Stewie and Dropsless are favored, but we'll see how the newcomers affect things in terms of brackets and in terms of the standings. Next we have Group H. It's going linear so far. Double boss fast. Only in 4-2. Well, the good news is if I'm wrong, then I already know where to go. Then that... I'm not sure that really qualifies as talking smack about Boss Bass Mustard. I mean... Well, of course 3F2 is here. It's practically the law for 3F2 to be in World 8. Yes, it is. How's it going, Mitty guy? Knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, Mac and Cheese 7-6 earlier. Alright, I already know it's not it, so... Well, actually, no, I don't. No, that one was done with Big Mario. realize I only have I have 11 groups and 8 worlds, so I'm gonna hit the brakes here and do my overview of Group H now, so we can get through these all in one playthrough. So we have Group H, which is led off with Paradox 64, who had a third place finish in 2020 and is again one of the few who has made the brackets every year. He knows the rando about as well as anyone, and again, like Tapatio, does not make very many mistakes. He's going to be very tough, and I would not be surprised if he makes another deep run in the tournament. Very good player. Very good. Was more of a presence, I know, in the weeklies, but of late I know he's busy with a Link to the Past rando these days, but I'm sure that will not affect his performance at all. Glutamic Acid, making his third appearance in the tournament, made the brackets the last 2 years, and has put up some outstanding times in some of his matches over the last couple of years, and it's been a real handful for anybody who's played him. So could be a dark horse to make a deep run here. His matches against Paradox will be a good litmus test as far as that goes. Then we have Japazu, I hope I said that right, making first time appearer in the tournament. Did very well in the 2022 Warpless tourney. Lost like both matches by like a total of 10 seconds. So, you know, definitely shown we can play with tough competition, and there's going to be plenty of that in this group. This will be a good test. Japazu. And finally, we have Antlers. This is Antlers' third appearance in the tournament. Fell short in 2019 and 2021 due to tough group play, and again, gonna be getting a good test here. If Antlers has improved, you know, could be a nice surprise here. He's, you know, definitely pulled off a couple of upsets in group play. So, you know, if everything aligns well, could be one of the 2 wild cards going into the 2022 tournament. So we'll see. So we have Group I coming up. Please let Tile 2 be Atlantis. Well, we shall see. Sorry. Look, if the Cobra's here, he can explain it better than I can. Because that's his invention. Yeah. Yeah, how did that happen? Is it based on record, Macobra? I guess that's what I'm kind of wondering about myself. Is it based on record or an average time, or is there another variable? Alright, so I'm gonna get through the last three here. Starting with Group I, which is led off by Human Mustard. Another veteran who has made the brackets every single year to date, and like Tapatio and like DLP 316, looking for that breakthrough into the Final Four. He's made the quarterfinals twice, and obviously, you know, race experience will go a long way because he is I think, the most prolific racer we have. Always up for a fight to keep his edge up, and so nothing's going to surprise or rattle him at this point. You know, could this be the year for Mustard? Certainly possible. You know, Rando is Rando after all. So I would not be surprised to see another deep run from Mustard here. We have Vix Rider, first time appearance in the main tourney, though Vix was in SG Live last year and bowed out fairly early. We'll see how Vix's past experience in all of this translates, and what he's learned, and how he'll carry that forward. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, you learn from what you've done and you keep working at it. Could be a nice step forward for Vix, I think. We have Adam Ferrari, making his debut. As far as like the newcomers go, this is probably the biggest unknown as far as I'm concerned, because he's very, very good at the at vanilla Mario 3. He's got his time down to like in the 52s, I think, and he did very well in the Warpless tournament. And but how is that going to translate to Rando? How is he going to perform with new variables every single time? Obviously we have some excellent players who were learning the vanilla game first, then went to Rando, and they've proven that they can do it. And Mustard, thank you. Just pointing out, he said 51-59, so he did break 52. Okay. So yeah, obviously, he's got the skills, but it is a different learning curve, and he'll be cutting his teeth against some good opponents here in Group I. And finally, we have Hayfield Bay, another newcomer to the community, and also kind of a blank slate as far as Mario 3 goes. So it'll be, again, kind of an interesting trial by fire for Hayfield. See how Hayfield performs with some veterans. With I'd say a lot of newcomers, but there is some veteran experience, though not necessarily in Rando, but in Mario 3 in general. So it's gonna be an interesting fight. I did that right. We have Group J leading off with Midi Guy DP. This is Midi Guy's fourth appearance, made the brackets for the first time in 2021, and that kind of sums it up pretty well. Steadily improved each year, and had definitely had his big statement last year, actually getting a win off of Paradox 64 in group play last year, and making it to the round of 16. Definitely has improved, and it has the tools to make a deeper run this year. My own general impression with Midi Guy, just because he's beaten me in a couple of weeklies. He does, I think, best with the longer grindy seeds. It just seems to have that ability to really just pull out the wins with the longer seeds that just seem to just go on forever. Next is Raikou Rider. He's been in every tournament to date. Made the brackets in 18 and 19. Like a few others, like Sharky and Jay Coper, he knows randomizers really well. He's pretty much seen it all and has experienced it all, and is not going to be rattled by anything too crazy in the Mario 3 randomizer. And definitely could make a run here. This Group I think, could be one of the more balanced groups. I don't see a clear-cut favorite here. Anyone could win this group, I think. And Raikou's performance will be critical. So I'll be interested to see how this plays out. And another veteran in the field, Gimp Extreme, has made the brackets every year, and he's a very solid and consistent player like Midi Guy, and could be due for a breakthrough as well. I'm interested to see. I haven't seen much of Gimp Extreme of late, but sure he's been working hard at it, and I'm sure it'll be an interesting performance for him. See if he can make it 5 in a row here for the brackets. And finally, we have Nobly. This he's more of a Link to the Past randomizer player, so I really don't have a field of reference as far as how Nobly's going to do in the tournament overall. It'll be interesting. This is a tough group with 3 players who are very experienced in the Mario 3 randomizer. So I'll be definitely interested to see how it goes for Nobly. Who knows? And finally, we reach the final group of this preview, Group K. Last but not least, certainly. So we lead off with Ibuba 7. This is Ibuba's 4th appearance. Has made the brackets 3 years in a row. And again, another player who has come close to the semis but has fallen short. the last couple of years. Could Ibuba be the one to sort of have that breakthrough and get into the semifinals for the first time? Again, very good vanilla player with some excellent times, and you know, if the coin flips go his way, I would not be surprised if he pulls through, because I know that's been a problem for him in past matches. You just you have the 50-50 and you guess wrong, and that's snake bit him a few times in this tournament, in the past tournaments. We'll see if Ibuba can get through. No, Mustard. Did I misspeak? Ibuba's been in the brackets in all 3 years. This is his This will be his fourth appearance. He was not in the tournament in 2018. So next is Prior 57, third appearance in the tournament. Made the brackets in 2021, and actually Ibuba and Prior went against each other in 2020 with Ibuba getting the sweep. But Pryor definitely improved in 21, and again, has played a lot of randomizers, so he took a step forward last year. He made the round of 16. Got an upset win, I think, in round one. So can Pryor maybe move on to the quarters or even farther? There are those players who just seem to be like making those incremental steps forward in terms of quality. We have High Flyer 28 TTV. First time appearance in the tourney, and is a relative newcomer to the vanilla and rando community, but has definitely been putting in the time in the vanilla Warpless. I know he's got a time. He's already notched to 53 in Warpless. So but obviously that doesn't mean a whole lot necessarily going from vanilla to rando, but getting to a 53 in a year indicates that the High Flyer is definitely willing to put in the time and the effort to improve rapidly, and that translates here in Randomizer. I would not be surprised if we have an upstart as far as that goes. And we reached the end of the line of our little preview here today with Homer J. Smash. Also making first time appearance in the tourney. Has experience in other randomizers, but is a relative unknown, I would say. As far as Mario 3 Rando goes, and it'll be interesting to see how Homer or J Smash, his past experience with Mario 3, vanilla and rando, and how that will translate to this randomizer, and what the results will be. This could be a tough little group, but I think there's a lot of room for potential in Group K for sure, and I would not be surprised if we have a surprise or two here, given the competitors we have. So yeah. As far as who I think is going to win, I couldn't even begin to guess. It could well be anybody. Like I said at the start of it, we've had 4 annual tournaments. We've had 4 different winners. I would not be surprised if we have a 5th winner in the main tournament. Winning one, that's great, but doing it again, especially in a randomizer where you're dealing with luck and with so many different elements that are kind of out of the player's control, does open the possibility of somebody new stepping forward and taking the reins. If you get a good run going, it's really hard to stop it. That kind of momentum. We saw it last year with Haxor. Basically, once he got into the brackets, he was borderline unstoppable. He was not only winning, he was winning big. So, I wouldn't, if somebody gets that kind of head of steam in the brackets, watch out. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little sort of preview of the 2022 tournament, and I hope I didn't defame anybody in the process. I really tried not to. But I hope it was informative, and get to learn a little bit about the different players who've been in the tournament for the last few years, and as well as some of our newcomers who are getting in there and going to give this a go. Thing with Mario, the one nice thing I think with Mario 3 Randomizer is you don't have to be a great speed runner to be really good at the randomizer. Certainly doesn't hurt, but if you know the game and you know how it all works, you can be a good player pretty quickly in the randomizer, because it's not so much about speed strats as it is about knowing where everything is and being able to adjust on the fly to the different platforming challenges that the game is going to throw at you. So be very interested to see how this all plays out throughout the tournament. I know we have our first match, I think, in a little over an hour from now. So let's see. Yeah, we have our first match, in a little over an hour between Vix Rider and Human Mustard on Speed Gaming 6. So it should be a very interesting debut to the tournament, and two people I think are going to be looking to make their statements, and definitely it'll be exciting to watch. So, but yeah. So thanks all for watching. I appreciate the support.